All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Want to start by, of course, giving our honor, praises, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Mashanakabala Hazukoyim Stra Wakab, which is giving double honor to the elder apostle Greg Millstone, rule well and teach well. And to get right to it back out here, with another one. Gonna get right into the scriptures. Talk.
This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ear of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Right, and it says the words that I shall put in thy mouth, the words of prophecy. Pro meaning before and facade meaning to say. You know what I mean? So the Lord, put these words in the mouth of the prophets. The Lord put these words in the mouth of the prophets. Talking about these scriptures, man. Pursuant to what John chapter 1. You know what I mean? The Lord is the word. We're going into how Yahweh Shai is the word. These are the words that the Lord put in the prophet's mouth.
Yeah, because we didn't come out here, we didn't just magically wake up and just say we just going to read the scriptures. Right. No, the Lord put the fear in us when we heard Deuteronomy 28:68, when we heard how the Lord is going to destroy America, which is Babylon the Great. He put fear in us, which, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy as well, man. You got it.
And cause them to written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
I mean, it's gonna happen, man.
Exactly.
Romans 3:3 basically say, fuck you if you don't believe. What is something not believe? Would that make the Heavenly Father without effect? No, man. He said the word is faithful and true. Just recently, the Lord talks about famine and pestilence, man. You have 78 or 75% of women down in Houston that got the, I don't even want to say it because you might get distracted. They got syphilis, man. Where did that come from, man? It came from that jump shot they forced people to take, man. That's what I believe and went back to, man.
Right. Yeah. Keep going. I want to change the topic.
Busting their legs open, shit.
Yeah, that too.
Them keeping their motherfucking. The Lord said that thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. I think that's Amos the 7th chapter. Go ahead, though.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Right.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right, because you're going to have even brothers' families coming up against you. You know what I mean? We're talking about persecution, man. It's going to get to the point to where, all of the ones that disagree with Yahweh Shai, and literally, too, the same spirits that had stripes and disagreements with the Lord as he was prophesying and wrong. The scripture talk about that in the book of Revelation chapter 1, where it talks about, even those that pierced them. The Lord coming back to even those that pierced them, man. So these people they naturally gonna, buck up against the scriptures, man. Even to the point of persecution, even to the point of some brothers just having to die, man.
This is 2 Ezra 15, verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will. 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 15. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Yeah, because a lot of our people imagine vain things against Yahweh Shai, like they gonna overcome the CBDC and this him, man. Like it's not gonna come to pass, man. The Lord said, "Fear not the imagination against you." Because these people, if it was up to them, they would kill us right now, man. Yeah, it go for your own family, your friends, your co-workers, whoever. They will come up against you and kill you, man. That's what they think every day when you cast down their imaginations, man. Because whatever they believe in right now is a completely, farce, fallacy, false, man.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Incredulity means unbelief, lack of faith. You got it?
I got something.
That speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Faith is a gift, according to the book of Ephesians. And we know 2/3 of our people, when they hear this word, it's not mixed with faith, man. So they're going to die here, man.
And when you go into that word, incredulity, it means unbelief. Now I got Matthew chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely." Like that's why he read, what it say? Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. Because you might be in a situation where you receiving pressure because of what you teach, which brothers already mentioned. How we pretty much crazy, man. For doing this thing. We pretty much look crazy for actually putting our trust and our fear in the Lord, man. Because it can be dangerous. You've seen that in the ancient times. You've seen that in the ancient times dealing with like the persecution of the prophets, brothers being stoned, our forefathers being stoned, our forefathers, dying during around the time that the Yahushua was, crucified. Many cases, man.
Right. Because when you go back to Noah, they looked at him like he was crazy, man.
Yeah, they looked at him like he was crazy.
You got it. He got a precept for you real quick. Because like the brother was saying, you're going into the persecution, man.
This is 2 Timothy. Chapter 3 and verse 12.
I think you might be able to start like the verse.
Yeah, kind. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, "But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me in Antioch."
All right, can you read that one more time?
Verse 10, "But thou hast fully known my doctrine."
Right, thou hast fully known my doctrine. That's the first thing that the Timothy listed. Apostle Paul letter to Timothy. That's what first thing he listed. The doctrine, because why? Like Yahushua said, I ever taught in the synagogues where the Jews resort. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord said, what? Salvation is of the Jews. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. So the first thing that these people gonna know about us is our doctrine. Matter of fact, that's the main reason why they don't want to get down with us, because of our doctrine, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they teach this, they teach that. Oh yeah, that's those crazy guys. They this, they that.
Oh, this the carpenter's son. What do you know?
Right, because the word doctrine goes back to body of teaching. What you guys like?
2 Timothy 3 and verse 10, "But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long-suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra."
Yeah, Antioch, if I'm not mistaken, that go back to Antiochus Epiphanes, okay, who was Idumean Edomite. Go ahead.
Okay.
But Antiochus Epiphanes was one of the ones that was helping persecute
Antiochus the fourth Epiphanes.
Yeah,
was the main one. That's who was spoken about in Daniel 8.
Yep.
Go ahead though.
It says, continuing on in verse 11, it says, "What persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord delivered me."
Yep, but out of them all the Lord delivered him. See, because we're going to go through the same things, but at the end of it for the elect is a deliverance. Go ahead.
Verse 12, it says, "Yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach shall suffer persecution."
Right, the scripture say in Isaiah, was that Jeremiah, he that departed from evil, make himself afraid.
You get that quick to Isaiah 57.
Yeah, because once you come to serve the Lord, everything is against you, man. Like literally everything is against you. You have a remnant, like someone said, what is that? Against the world, against all odds. Who you niggas look up to? We're against all odds, man. The Lord is dealing, according to the book of 1 Corinthians, I think it's the first or the third chapter, he said he has chosen the weak things to confound the wise, man. And that's what you see out here right now, man. What us doing is serving the Lord, because Yahushua said, they asked Yahushua what kind of man he speak with authority, right? We gonna speak with authority too, because we believe we were with Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
We're gonna keep his doctrine till the time comes when we gotta suffer being beheaded, locked up. It says strive for the truth unto death, man. That's what we gonna do.
This is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
It said truth faileth, man. Ain't no truth here.
Hush.
They don't tell you your biblical nationality. They don't tell you you're from the tribe of Israel, man, the nation of Israel.
They don't even. The truth fails so much in this society that a woman is not a woman and a man is not a man. That's how much truth faileth. That something that you actually can sit here and see that is, evidence. Like something that you can sit here and see that is evidence, they'll say it's not evidence. You know what I'm saying? Or the something that you see exists, they say it doesn't exist. That's how, and that goes into the heavy witchcraft of this place. You got it, Romans 13:15? You got a word or something? Shema? Okay, because I want to add Romans 13 and 15 with that to precept that, because what are you becoming a prey to? You're going to become a prey to the system. Yep. The word system goes back to a pit or a trap. So you're going to be a prey to the system. That's what the system is being developed to prey upon the elect of the nation of Israel. That's what it's been from the beginning. The law that's been put in place, the temptations and everything, it's been to try to hinder the elect from finding the path of life, man. That's why it says about that her ways, speaking on the false wisdoms, her ways are movable, that thou canst not find them, man. To keep you confused in the damn, circle. But you got it out.
This is Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, so now IUIC say the image of the beast is a picture of white Jesus, and the image speaking is because of the movies about white Jesus. No, man. That's the image is going into an image of the ancient Roman Empire. It's an image, a spitting image, so to speak, of the ancient Roman Empire, the philosophies and everything. It really, like the Apostle Ramla put it, the image is that Americanization, man. The westernization. You got it.
You can bring that back to the top.
Yeah, bring that account, right, definitely.
Back to Revelation.
This Revelations chapter 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
And see, that's just the revival of the pagan Roman Empire, man. It's infrastructure, right? This is how you're going to be. This is how they gave life unto this beast, because now that seventh head that was when the death was healed, now the beast is fully in full function again, man.
Right. Yeah. Now, matter of fact, go to that verse where it talk about the deadly wound being healed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up in the chapter.
It's probably like verse 4 or 5.
Keep the law, but prophets prophesy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going into the prophecies, both old and new, like it say in Matthew.
Yep.
Go ahead,
This Revelation chapter 13 and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
Which head was that of the seven? Rome.
Right.
Okay? But then that head, the deadly wound was healed. Go ahead,
And how was it healed? By what? By the regeneration of the Roman infrastructure again, right? Because everything is coming back as it was before, man.
That's why you see a lot of fucking concrete.
Yeah.
Every captivity, every Edomite rulership, they had the same architecture.
Architecture. The Roman columns.
Yeah.
The Colosseums, right.
Gladiator games.
Right.
Which the government system. You read First Maccabees talks about the Senate House and the brother get that, Brother Krishan? This is how the ancient Roman Empire, the deadly wound, has been healed, man. We see this is all Rome all over again, man. You can look around and see all the noise, the confusion, right? All the bullshit, the LGBTQ, all that.
Bread and circus.
Yep, there you go.
If a brother could Google bread and circus, I'm looking for that. You know what that Maccabees? I'm looking for that second Maccabees.
Yeah, first Maccabees 8, yeah.
Okay. This first Maccabees 8. First Maccabees 8 and verse 15. It says, now this is speaking on the Roman Empire and how they structured their government and how it was diverse. Matter of fact, can you get Daniel 7? How it was diverse from the previous empires before it. But even though Esau's empire is different from the previous empires, he still stole a lot of those previous empires, customs and, different things that they did and incorporated into his. So while his empire is different, he still incorporated a lot of things into his empire. It says, First Maccabees 8 and 13. It says also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign. Trying to find a good place to start. I'm gonna just I'll start 14. It says, yet for all this, none of them wore a crown, or was I gotta start up, man.
Yeah,
This First Maccabees 8 and 10. It says, and that they having knowledge thereof sent against them a certain captain, and fighting with them slew many of them, and carried away captive their wives and their children, and spoiled them, and took possessions of their lands, and pulled down their strongholds, and brought them to their servants unto this day. It was told him, besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them. But with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept enmity. And that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, insomuch as all that heard of their name were afraid of them. Also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displaced. Finally, that they were greatly exalted. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that they were there was neither envy nor emulation. So who is that one that they set up over their government? Going into what later became Caesar's.
Yep.
Now
it's your so-called president. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Prime minister.
Right.
This whole beast system, man, is just a big emulation of how the Greeks and the Romans got down, man. So all these things are nothing new. It's nothing new under the sun.
Right. And those Caesars go. That's the 12 feathers in 2nd Ezra, the 11th. I think it's the 11th chapter. We speak about the 12 feathers. That's dealing with the 12 Roman emperors, beginning with Julius Caesar, and ending with Domitian. Got it.
I got that bread and circus.
Yeah. Come on, bring out the bread and circus.
This is from
because that's what's going on here, man.
This is from Wikipedia. It says bread and circus. It says this makes reference to the Roman practice of providing free wheat to Roman citizens, as well as costly circus games and other forms of entertainment as a means of gaining political power.
Damn. So it was these circus games that they did back in Rome, gladiators and all that. That was a means of gaining political power through entertainment.
It is too. And this is how you know America is Rome all over again, because who instituted or restarted that same system? and got everybody jumping on
Right.
America, man.
Right.
They say, fuck a goddamn king. All right, we're going to get these senates.
Right.
We're going to vote.
Yep.
Yep. What it called? Vote or die.
Right.
People following that shit. You know?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. You still got that deadly wound healed?
I'm still making this statement because he was going into the bread and circuses.
Right.
And the scripture talk about following setting great dignity. So it makes sense that they use the distraction as in, because that's just like what the scripture talk about how I forgot where it's at, but it talks about how don't tell us right things, tell us smooth things.
I said 30.
People would rather hear a lie than the truth because they don't want to deal with the situation. So I can see, like I said, all this shit is some bullshit.
Well, and they also mentioned free bread. It said in Roman Empire they gave away free bread, and that's your welfare systems. You know what I'm saying, and all of that, man. Because why? That's a means to get political power, get people to like you.
The scripture talks about a gift to scrub the heart, so they getting something for free. That's why you got 2/3 of our people that just stuck on it. I mean, if you ever seen how generational welfare and how like that shit really is a curse.
Yeah.
So you will have a person that come in there and it's really meant to build yourself, to get yourself together and get up off the shit. But you'll have people that have a child there, and then they'll have 10 generations of people that basically all lived in that same project. That's a curse.
Yeah.
You got it?
And it's not only would you say it's not, it was to get them to like you,
power. Yeah,
but
get you like
it's also to get them to depend on you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is how they're going to be able to implement this tiny technology, you know, because now people are going to be so dependent on the government because of what? These gifts, these free things, right? That they're going to be forced to take this seat here.
And that's the problem with the Fed now. That they started to bring about. They started to have people get on it, man, because what it includes is more control over what you can buy and what you can't buy. That's the fucking problem, man. You know what I'm saying? They gonna talk about they getting rid of the Zelle app, Cash App, and all that stuff like that, or PayPal. All right, but like I said, if you wanted to buy something particular, all right, and they deemed it no, we don't want you buying that.
All right.
That's the fucking problem right there. You know.
If I could add, it's like you were saying, as far as like going to them for help. Scripture talk about woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. You know, that's what the UBI is. Making you used to getting free money. And then, like you said, they can basically, if you're not performing or basically following what they telling you to do, just like, for instance, they just pushed the elder, Amawanga Bar was talking about, I did a video on it, the cell cultivated chicken. So that GMO chicken is, they won't have it saying, it'll say cell cultivated. That's how you're supposed to be able to tell this is fake. That's what they say.
Yeah, because like the scripture say, the words of his mouth is smoother than butter.
Right.
Go ahead.
But the thing is this, like you said, if they controlling the money, they might not allow you to get real chicken. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they might be like, well, all you can get is this shit.
Yeah, because they
hierarchy of what you can afford, you know?
Yeah, because these things are all programmable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The tangible money, it wasn't programmable to where I could stop a purchase, I could stop a transaction. You know what I'm saying? I could void it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that is, you could like with the they already do the shit with what's called WIC. Cause with the WIC, you can only, they give you a little card or some shit or something, and then you go to the store, but you can only buy certain products with the WIC card. Same thing.
See, this is where more manipulation comes into play, because it's good to just talk about not only in the hand but in the brain too, because he wants to control you, man. Because people like to say, "Fuck it, man, go wild, go rogue and shit, man. We ain't gonna listen to this government shit. We're gonna do our own thing, all right." But that Esau, he wants to control a small population of the world's population, all right. So he needs some type of backdoor way to still keep you people under his foot, man. All right, and then, like I said, that's where the chip comes in, where he can literally control his thoughts and all that shit, man. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Go read that. Let's go. Well, read Revelation 12 and 17, then read Revelation 13 and 16.
Still got that Daniel.
Okay.
You say Revelation 12 and 17?
Yeah, Bible Kashab.
Revelation 12 and verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Yeah, why is the dragon being who? Jump up to the third verse or talk about the great red dragon.
Okay. Revelation 12 verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head.
Right. Put it in the modern day terminology, it's a conglomerate of Edomite or European nations, man. It's beginning with NATO and the EU. But see, they're working through corporations such as the WEF, the WEF, okay, such as the Club of Rome, the IMF, okay, all of these different organizations. That's what the beast is really working through, because they're not necessarily working under the banner of France or working under the banner of Poland. They're doing it through these other, corporations that they create, these councils that they created. You know what I'm saying? To with those smooth words, man, because it look fishy if, they just coming under the banner of government and doing it, which they are in some ways. But you got it.
You jump back down to 17.
Yep, go ahead.
Jump down to verse 17. It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach."
So the WEF, the IMF,
World Bank,
the EU, NATO, they're angry at us. They mad as fuck at us. The Hebrew Israelites out here, because it tell you, Isaiah 13, we shall go into the gates of the nobles, man. So they going to come down with great wrath, because they know that they got it but a short time. And that's what we speaking on the mindset of what he's creating, but we're showing you that he's trying to wage war against you. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to devour her seed before it was born, so to speak, as it say.
And that's why it says in Psalm 64 to hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Right.
And you have put the precept on, I believe it was either today or yesterday, about what was that, Psalms 140?
Yeah.
But when you read the first verse of that, it talks about hide me from the violent man, right? Can you get that real quick about the show?
Yeah.
Because these secret councils are like the brother said, you have like nations like France and all the beast system nations, right? But you don't know what the hell they doing in the background.
Right, because they're not gonna tell you, we all going digital, we all at the end of it, we gonna put a CF in you.
Yep.
Yeah, all France, all of us, we all gonna do it, in their own languages. They're not coming on TV telling you that. So it's a secret council.
Yep.
This Psalms 140 and verse 1. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. This is an act of war secretly, man.
Mm-hmm.
These secret these counts that's going on behind our back. Everybody's so worried about what's going on with the what Esau's pushing on the news. You know what I'm saying? But really, and behind these closed doors, they seeking to slay you, man. They seeking to make you a perpetual slave.
And that's why they created these other organizations like the WEF, the IMF, the EU, NATO, so that they can speak behind closed doors and that they can talk about certain things that they don't have to disclose to the public. Because when you're a government official, you got to disclose certain things must be made public record. But when you create your own corporation, you can say, well, you're not allowed in because you're not a member.
Hey, like George Carlin said, it's a big club, right? You ain't in it, right? You know what I'm saying?
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay, come.
It's Revelation chapter 17 and verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on the which the woman sitteth. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is.
And there you go. It's breaking it down, man, just in case you ain't know, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures break it down, man. That the representation, all right, was 7 kings, man. It was 7 kings, man.
Yeah, and then the 5 that were fallen, Greece, Spain, Germania Major, Germania Minor, and the Gaul, or the French.
Yeah, right.
And then the one that is will be Rome.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You got it.
And the 7 talking about the NATO, right?
Well, keep reading on that.
No, I'm talking about the 4 that sitteth upon the 7.
Oh, yeah.
And NATO is basically
the whore that sitteth upon is the miracle.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the whore that sitteth upon is the miracle.
Right.
Of the beast.
Keep going on that.
All right, verse 11. And verse 10 again. This book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 10. And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
where the 7 kings. You got German Major, German Minor, all right, Rome, Greeks, Spain, France, and Greeks. Okay? And like I said, man, all right, keep going on that, matter of fact.
Verse 12, and the 10th.
And the one that, in the other not yet coming, talking about Great Britain. All right, and out of Great Britain will come America, right? What's out of the mouth of the lion, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. Which out of Great Britain came the 8th head.
Right. Yep. The one that what it say? Was and is not, or what's that? Yeah. You got verse 11.
All right. Verse 11 again, and the beast that was. Oh no, verse 12.
Oh, 11.
Okay. All right. Verse 11 again, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and it is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition.
Right. So this place gonna go into perdition, right, man. You know, read that again, because it said the 8th is of the 7th. Because like we were saying, America came out of Great Britain.
Right.
It says
Rome will be the 6th.
It says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition.
Right. The reason why I said it was is because John saw it in the vision. Like it was there, you saw it, but it's not now, right?
And perdition means destruction. What kingdom do you know is the main kingdom prophesied to see the lake of fire, man? You know, just talking about America.
Mystery Babylon the Great.
Right,
that's the vision the prophets saw. They saw Babylon, which they thought was ancient Babylon, being destroyed by fire. You know, we was talking about this place.
We're talking about the future.
You got that? You want to bring some out? Yeah, what's up?
I was piggybacking up what you brought out in Psalms 140. If you want to bring it out again, I'll bring it out.
This is Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 140. And I'm going to start at verse 2 again. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their... Okay, this is Psalm 140, verse 1. Deliver me, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 6, point is verse 12, and it reads, For the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies. Their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. So the scriptures tell you in the book of Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked? Malachi chapter 1 tells you the border of wickedness is Esau Edom. You got wicked people, but you got a nation of that's labeled the wicked. The wicked.
And what proves that, what you just said, y'all, stop. What can you prove with that? First Maccabees, the first chapter, man. Where it says when this man's generals got in power, wickedness increased in the earth. All right, when the Greeks, who was the Greeks? It was so-called Edomites that was ruling, man.
Right.
And anytime this man got into power, which he is right now, guess what, man? America been in war ever since it started up, man.
Continually are they gathered together for war.
Bro, and to this very day, we're in war, man.
Right.
So that's the violence, man.
Right.
I mean, look at what he puts. You know what I mean? Where you get all this UFC and gladiator games and all this?
Right. They go back to fighting to the death. Then when they brought us over here, they had the Mandingo fight. Right. Then when they beat us into submission, they tied a nigga. They put tar on a nigga, set him on fire, tied him to 2 horses, and ripped them apart.
Right. What?
Is he not violent?
Yeah. And then, so you study the rest of the kingdoms, you read about in the scriptures. All right. It was wars here and there, but it was peace among them in some period of time, man, in between. Right. But this man is just keep going, man. And then
and also. The difference between they dealing together and dealing with the so-called white man, when they made a treaty, they abided by the treaty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But what this devil do? He broke every single fucking treaty, man. Yeah. Go do some research and Google how many treaties so-called white man broke with the Native Americans, man. You know? Yep. Wait. Yeah, read that. First Maccabees 1 and start at 7, I think. Talk about Alexander died.
Okay. All right, this book of First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 7. And Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Right. Still going into the prophecies. You know, how this so-called white man got to where he at today. You know, and how he's trying to, you know, create a new era. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Of whiteness. Yeah. Of white transhumanism. Yeah. You know?
It says,
And that Alexander is referring to Alexander the Greek. I don't know if they still teach him in school because they ever changing the curriculum because of this truth, you know, but that's talking about Alexander the Greek. You got it.
it says, and Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule everyone in his place.
Right. Now, is it going to mention 4 heads there? Keep going.
Yeah, it says, verse 9, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Many years and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right. Now, that was a key point because Alexander's kingdom wasn't given to his son, but it was given to his servants, his 4 generals. I think in Daniel 7, it calls them the 4 heads. Yeah, you know, which was Ptolemy, Seleucus, Cassander, and Lysimachus. You know, and then from that you had the war of the Diaduchus, Daniel 11. You got it. Did you find it?
I'm looking right now.
All right, it's all good. We just wanted to keep going because we wanted to point about Kamati was speaking about how evils were multiplied after that happened. So just to give you a quick breakdown, like we said, Alexander the Great's kingdom was divided amongst his 4 generals, Ptolemy, Seleucus, Lysimachus, and Cassander. And then keep going.
It says,
call it out.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 9. Mm-hmm. And after this, his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right. Because the kingdom got parted because they all wanted to rule. Go ahead.
So did their sons after them. Many years and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Oh, hold on.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
Let me say this, because here it is. They were given their own region
right.
to rule.
Like everybody else.
That wasn't good enough.
Right.
They said, no, I want the whole realm.
Right.
The shit, all the Amazon was trying to conquer. I want this man's realm, this man's realm. That's what scripture tell you, that there's nothing more evil than a covetous man.
That's super thing about it. Scripture talk about how he basically, what's that? Habakkuk chapter 2.
Micah 2.
No, Habakkuk.
Oh, where he's small people.
Right.
That man want what you got, man. You know, he can't stick to his own plot of land. It's like this with this LB, the alphabet community. He got to spread that shit amongst people. Here it is. I forgot what it was, but somebody got fired or something like that for a commercial. I think it was Budweiser or some shit like that, man. Because my dudes was talking about Edomites at the work. All right, and they was talking about, like, goddamn, man, like, why do you have to include the alphabet people and every damn thing, man? Like, I don't want that, you know?
Right. Well, it would be different if they was like the majority of the population, but they supposed to be a minority. So why are you know what I'm saying? Like, in everything, it's madness, man.
I got
Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, according to verse 5, and it reads, "Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine."
That's the image. He transgressive via his image, you know, which is going into the philosophy, the Americanization, pushing that LG alphabet shit.
And that's what's that, Revelation 17, where they make all the nations drink of the wine. You got it out.
And then he make you feel like a bad person for hating that shit.
Yeah.
Or not want to be around that shit. Or seeing a problem with you, the bad person, something wrong with you. You know, why you ain't fucking another man in that? You know what I'm saying? What the? He a devil.
It's called human rights.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's called human rights.
Well, you not a human.
Man, what?
You ain't got no color.
Man, what?
What the hell you talking about?
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. That's the point.
So when he the things that he conjure up and think in his mind, the counsel that he come up with is to create a hellish condition for everyone else. You know what I'm saying? His desire is as hell, you know? Because speak about the desire of our enemy upon us, but then it speak about our desire upon our enemies.
Yeah, and we always talk about how it's so easy to fix these world problems that you don't have to go to fucking college to know that, you know what I'm saying, you just take that out, it's good.
Right.
You know?
If you leave a shrimp, crab, and lobster in the ocean, the water get cleaner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's if you stop eating all the pigs, the land will be cleaner.
Yeah.
anti though, so therefore like he ain't gonna. And then like the elder, I think it was just the last live they did, the last camp. But I can't remember where I heard it, but one of the elders was speaking on this devil got enough money. When you take the time to think about how much money some of these the actual bloodline families though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you go
Trillions
to
upon
like when
trillions.
you go to Oppenheimer family, these
Hundreds.
motherfuckers came up with nuclear fucking fusion type of like that energy. Do you not understand it? Like you know what I mean? Like that money ain't never gonna go away. Like
See, that's what Gucci Man got that song. He got inspired from them, man. The Gucci no, it's called something else. Like I think of another artist. But Vince's best got long money and they got old money. You know?
Oh yeah, no, Gucci did make that song. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What we got?
First Maccabees.
No, 4 heads.
Yeah.
Still got that.
This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Yep, and that's going into the generals of Alexander the Free, man. What's that? Solution, Lysimaeus, Cassander, and Ptolemy. Right? Those are the generals that Alexander the Great gave dominion to rule over his empire.
And if you saw the movie too, he had a wife and all that stuff like that. But show you something wrong with this man's spirit because he wanted to freak off with men. All right, you know what I'm saying? Here it is right now. The elites, they can get whatever women they want. You know what I'm saying? Esau, just say Esau. Period. The motherfucker, they middle class. You know what I'm saying? If you make it middle class money, you're doing all right, man. A couple $100,000 a year, you can have multiple women, bro. You can support most women with that money. But this nigga was talking about one wife, man. Happy wife, happy life. That's some garbage shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The man comes first, okay? Because women can't be happy. There's always something she got to nitpick about, bitch about, man. You cannot satisfy a woman, man. All right? The woman's supposed to satisfy you.
That's because the spirit not working through her.
Yeah.
Our satisfaction only comes because we got the spirit. If we ain't had a spirit, we wouldn't be satisfied either. We'd be in the world chasing every lust of our flesh too, which is insatiable. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying too. You know what I'm saying? But the women, the Lord not dealing with them as far as the spirit, man. So they ain't gonna be satisfied in the flesh. They always is gonna have something to bitch about, like you say.
And these, like you were saying, man, these Edomite men, these elite, they're natural moles anyway, man.
Well, you about to read it.
Right, exactly, man. Why do you think they force Jake that aspired to be a rapper or a prominent athlete? They force him to bend over, man. Right? Because they naturally like little boys. When you go into the history of the Greeks, they tell you that a prominent man should have a little boy to fondle with, man.
You have to get stimulated to even commit such an act, bro. Like you asked one of us, we were like, man, hell no, man. We couldn't even get stimulated. You know what I'm saying? We like, what the fuck is wrong with you, yo?
Right, that show you what kind of sick ass mind you got. Like when you take time to think about it, like when I was growing up, we all been in high school and whatnot. You know, when they start making us shower with other guys, that shit made me uncomfortable. Than a motherfucker.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? But like you said, the damn devil, he can sit there and basically get aroused by looking at it like that's crazy,
bro. But the scripture said that in Habakkuk, like using Habakkuk 2, it said that the spirit which is in him is lifted up and is not upright in him, man. Because he naturally goes against the order and the doctrine of the Bible, man. You got it, yes.
This is the book of Hebrews 12.
And see another thing too, if I can say real quick, because he always talk about nature and you know he's the master scientist and he knows the earth and nature and shit. Well, if you know the earth and nature so much, then you would know that it's against nature for a man to be with another man and for a woman to be with another woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How did life get here?
You're so smart, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
This is the book of Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
That's how, from that point on, we knew he wasn't right. He sold his birthright for one morsel of meat, man. What type of nigga is, what type of, right?
Like
Carnal.
Two-thirds of our people are like that way. They only believe what they can see. We about to come to times you gotta believe what you came to. You know what I mean? Like that. And that's why I believe the Lord take us through our different trials and tribulations. You know, we get our closer bonds with Him. We all got a particular bond with the Most High. We all been through our jams. So you gonna have to stand on that in these days to come. You know what I mean? Okay.
This is the word fornicator. This is the third definition. It says, a man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse, a fornicator.
So ain't no bigger fornicator than Esau.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Read that verse again, 12 and
It
16.
says, Hebrews 12 and 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Why the Lord use Esau? Because he the top example.
Exactly.
He said, at least there be any fornicator that follow after this nigga Esau.
And that word profane goes back to being outside the temple.
Right.
You know, so Esau is completely gone, is left field, man.
Yeah, he don't have no vision. Cause what you were saying, he can't see afar off. Like Jacob saw afar off. That's why he said he saw the value in the blessing. Esau can't see that.
And that's why you see that before your eyes today. Like the shit that he create. It ain't really got no longevity to it. You know what I mean? Like he could create a car right now that'll run forever. Yep. But he choose not to because he all about fucking money. You know what I mean? Yep. Like the brother, I'll just explain this a little better. The brother Arashad believe somebody's bringing out the fact that like when they made the cars initially, they never expected them to last as long as they did.
I know you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah, so like
I mean, term for it.
God. So therefore, you know, when you look back at how you operate, everything involves some kind of money.
And that shows you the impatience of these Edomites. Man, listen, I work with Edomites. I study Edomites. I see them every day. And their motherfuckers impatient as hell, man.
Yep.
That's why they just impatient, bro.
Well, that's why he sold the birthright. You keep going on that too.
It says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Right, because, you know, the Lord ain't have no place of repentance for the house of Edom. You know what I mean?
You still got that word, Edomite?
Yeah, man.
Real quick, can the brother get this definition?
Yep, to back up what you just said.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is the word Edom. It say,
Where you reading from?
this is the Compact Bible, the Zondervan Compact Bible. It say Edom figures prominently in the prophet scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. Seen notably Isaiah 34:5, 63:1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from Yahweh.
Okay, so let's go to one of them verses real
Isaiah
quick.
34.
Yeah, because they said, see notably. Notably.
Right.
So let's go see. Because people be quick to say, that's another false doctrine out here. Oh, it ain't no more Edomites. They all gone. You know, they died off in the Jewish-Roman wars.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see.
Isaiah 34, verse 5.
Read verse 5, yeah. Then if you want to jump back up, you can.
Isaiah 34, verse 5, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Ooh, okay. So that's nice because it don't use the word Edom right there. It use the word Idumea. And we constantly tell you that Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom. So that backs us up what the Zondervan dictionary said. Because it was going into Edom, but it referred you to a verse that talks about Idumea. Now, Ashiyar, Google anticipated the Idumea. Go ahead.
It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Woo. So they the people that the Lord's cursed too. Mm-hmm. See, the Lord cursed us, but our curse is temporary. The Lord gonna take our curse away. Your curse is never gonna go, man, until you be exterminated.
They probably got the word Idumea in the blue letter.
It says Edom.
It says what?
Edom.
Yep, Edom is so Idumea is just a Greek word of saying Edom, man.
Right.
You know?
And then the brother Google anticipated the Idumea to prove Edomites still here.
Right. Can I say this too? And the things that you did to us, and slavery and taking this land and all that stuff like that, we gonna have to have spiritual powers to outdo your ass, man. Because you did some sick ass shit, man. You did some real sick ass shit, bro.
And when you go into like basically how they these devils got the understanding of the human body. How do you think they got that?
Right.
Experiment on for Jake. Yeah, they got a special judgment.
It was no anesthesia.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's imagine that.
Yeah.
That's the Lord's anger on us, but yours gonna be 10 times worse. You know what I mean? Like,
And then he did all that experiment just to fucking not be hospitable. Just to make billions of fucking dollars and set up these hospitals where people go here to fucking die. Your life don't get saved in these hospitals, man.
Right. The hospitals was built off of the foundation of Esau killing motherfucking Native Americans.
You gotta watch what we say. I'm not trying to get my channel.
Yeah, you're right.
You know
Like the
what
whole
I'm saying?
channel down.
But that just show you how much of a devil. Like, bro, you did all this experiment, all this torture, and not when you get the answers in the data to say, okay, we're gonna heal humanity. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? No, this nigga just keeps it to himself and still constantly give you poison, man.
Yep.
That's why, like the brother just mentioned, like we gonna need those spiritual powers with these devils ass, man.
To give them double.
Yeah.
Cause we gotta do double. So how we gonna do double if you committed a genocide of 300 million people? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna do double that? We gonna, like bro said, we gonna have to have some flashy spiritual power, man.
Torture, we gonna fuck with his mind heavy.
We gonna pull your fingers off one at a time. We gonna pull your toes off one at a time.
Right.
Yeah, right.
If they die, bring them back to life.
I'm gonna have it where like some type of invisible ray just like just cutting his head, like he can feel like that type of pain.
Hey, right. Somebody look up meditate terror.
Isaiah 38.
Yeah, man. Esau, he want to control the human body. That's why he want to get under your skin with this C-hip, the MOTB, the Revelation 13 and 16. But see, we gonna have that power already, man. If we want to, like I said, we want to pull your toes off one at a time and then make you only bleed a little bit so you don't die. We can control your bleeding. You don't gotta bleed out, nigga. We could just make you sit there in pain.
Man, like you said, Django, man, he won't bleed out. He
God.
cut you good. He won't bleed out.
So then that's later.
Hold that. We meditate terror right now. Hold that.
This book Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 18. It says, thine heart shall meditate terror. There is where is the scribe, where is the receiver?
Just as something simple as what everybody got that before. A Charlie horse. I'm at where a Charlie horse is gonna be stuck on your ass all day.
Paper cut his ass in the eyeball.
What?
And see, in our heart shall meditate terror. I mean, that's going into your mind, man. We're going to constantly meditate terror, man, because that's the cup being filled double to them, man. Yeah. You know, everybody grab that out.
It's the simple shit that's the most painful.
Yeah, it's
man.
the simple shit. Like
I might have to wear like it's something when we itching on it. You can't scratch that motherfucker. I'm gonna tie him up.
One time I stepped on a microscopic piece of glass in the shower. When I tell you I was rehabilitated, I was about to call up because it was a microscopic. It was so small. It humbled me though. It humbled me. I prayed to the Lord. I said, "Damn, Lord, you could fuck me up with something this small, put me in that much pain." It was crazy. This is Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities." It says, and the Lord talking to the people being the Israelites, man. You know, because that's speaking on the Lord delivering the Israelites out of this destruction. Okay? It said because the sins of this place reached unto the Shemayim, man. Meaning they got a stockpile of abominations and iniquities that the Heavenly Father is going to judge them for.
And the Lord going to make them, what you done on that?
No, let me get to verse 6. It says, reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, and it says, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double.
And that's what's going to happen, man. you know, all the wickedness that Esau's done, we're gonna repay them double in righteousness, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do no having sons sleep with mothers, right? And butt breaking little boys. It ain't gonna be none of that, right? You can bring it out real quick.
Little boys will be safe in the kingdom of Yasha Allah, in the kingdom of Israel.
Yeah.
Little boys will be safe. You know what I'm saying? Little girls, it's saying that the children shall be playing in the streets. Our streets gonna be safe. But see, you people want to stay here in this demonic, wicked, evil place, man. Well, you gotta worry about all this shit.
Yeah, you ain't go. When the other nations made Esau, when his children come missing, guess what? It ain't because we took them to sacrifice to Mars. It's because I fed that motherfucker to my lion. You know what I'm saying? I have some gator bait, man. I need some fishing.
Or so that motherfucker to another brother. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Here you go. You know what I mean? I know you need some more help. You know? Can you bring this up? Can you bring this up real quick?
This is Isaiah. It's Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 17. Awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury.
You see, and we've drunken at the cup of the hand of the Lord's fury, man. By what? By via these other nations. Okay, and mainly Esau, Edom. All right, you got it.
Thou hast drunken the dregs of a cup of trembling, and run them out.
And see, and the dregs is all the gunk at the bottom of the cup after you drink it, right? When you naturally juice like oranges or it's basically like pulp but thick. And see, Esau ain't gonna be able to just drink the top, man. He gonna have to drink all the garbage at the bottom too, man. That's what's gonna happen to his cup that's filled to him double. He's gonna have to drink all the bullshit at the bottom of the cup, man.
Right.
Yeah, what's the cup is the curses.
Yep.
So when you read Deuteronomy 28 through verse 1 through 68, that's the cup that they gonna have to drink of, man. All of that.
Yeah, the curse is gonna come down more severe on them, man.
Right.
They was hard on us. Most of us hard on us with curses, but them curses gonna be, man, they gonna be double, man. Like scripture say.
Verse 7.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be double.
I got one.
Yep, go ahead.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 12, and it reads, For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk, and are thou he that shall altogether go unpunished.
Right, because they actually think that they're gonna go unpunished. Nobody served a day in prison for slavery, man. No, nobody gave up any money as far as a quote unquote reparation go. You know what I'm saying? You haven't done anything at all to try to rectify what you did, man. But you're gonna go unpunished because why? Because you set up courthouses? Because you gave niggas Cadillacs? You know what I'm saying? Because you took our children to public school. Now we supposed to just like, what the fuck? Is this life really?
They still talking about California about reparations. That motherfucker, he still getting more time. No, you ain't getting that, man. You know what I'm saying? We might put a program going on. All right, with payments on, but they said, fuck it, you ain't getting that either.
That's distraction, though, for real. Like, at the end, they'll give motherfucker a UBI and then say, okay, that's your reparation. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's just keeping people entertained and mind off focused on what the fuck going on.
Yep.
Now, I'm gonna switch over to this other scripture since we talked about slavery. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10, and then I'll go back to the Jeremiah. Revelation 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So that's the only justice. Because the word reparation goes back to restore to the first estate. There's no way you could do that. You mentally destroy. We're at the point of no return. We have they talk about generational trauma, generational trauma. You know what I'm saying? We're at the point of no return, man. We don't got a land. Nobody recognize us. We're not reckoned among the nations.
I mean, you made a statement about he basically destroyed a nation. If it wasn't for Yahweh and giving us this truth and waking us back up,
right?
You know what I mean? We'd be fucked up.
Yep.
Like when you really take the time to look at an average Jake is content with this life,
with slavery, I mean?
Like with being basically in servitude to this fucking devil. Even if you on welfare and rocking the system the way you think you rocking. There's somebody making money off your ass. Go when you go and look at like the projects, when they pay these contractors to go build or clean up them bitches, like man, it's always somebody, even the lowly Jake, that think that he getting over in the system. It's still somebody making money off your dumb ass. This back in Jeremiah chapter 49, back in verse 12. For thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So that's that recompense.
That goes with that in Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Right here. Yeah, you got it.
This is the book of Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O
You're
daughter.
going to be completely exposed in the kingdom, man. Everybody's going to know all your atrocities because there's certain things you did that we don't even know of right now.
Was the iPhone?
Cool?
Yeah.
Started this up again.
I mean, you can use it longer for it because it's just like, just in case.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, you got to keep going.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. That's what the Lord is doing right now. He's making you a gazing stock, like the book of Nahum said. The Lord is making this place a laughing stock, man.
Dick, you gotta hit that button, make sure the lights turn on. It's on though.
Prominent leaders from over in the East, they're talking about how this land was established off the blood, sweat, and tears of so-called Native Americans and blacks, man. You see, and you think you gonna get away with that, man? You see, these nations even said it was the Egyptian president, if I'm not mistaken. He said the Jews left black and they came back white. It would never be peace until Yahweh Shah puts us back into that land, man. You see?
Well, the scriptures say that shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is all the regurgitation that's coming back on upon Esau, man. You know, they done what's it say? Swallow in Proverbs, swallow the honey, lest thou throw it up, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So right now, Esau is throwing everything back up, man, and that's coming in the form of the downfall of his kingdom. Right. Is that it on that?
That's it.
Hebrew, Isaiah 14 and 10, real quick. Yeah, because we coming to this man's end, all right? The curtain's about to close on your ass, bro.
It's ice. Oh, you got it.
I was just gonna get up the name of that Egyptian president. His name was President Nasir of Egypt. Said of the Jews, they left here black and came back. Stop this.
Came back white, man.
They came back white. What do you
see? That's a fact, man. These nations know who the Israelites are, man. Exactly. And they know the judgment that's gonna come for you Edomites, man. You see, these nations, they used to reverence Yahweh. You had Cyrus, who was from the Persians. He reverenced the Lord. He seen that the Lord gave him rulership and dominion. Even Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah, come. Yeah.
You know, they reverence the Lord, but they reverence the Lord amongst many other gods. Right. You know, so they were still wicked. They were still off. They still was unbelievers. Okay, because the nations ain't getting in, man. I don't care what their kings do. You know, but the Lord uses the king. You say the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, just like the Lord uses you right now, Esau. Even though you might not believe it, you all, you know, you talking about you're gonna go up against the Lord, you're gonna piss the Most High off. But the Lord is using you to piss Himself off. How about that?
Right. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord.
The day of the Lord. When's the day of the Lord? When He sends sun back. That's the day of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
And the day of the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
Right, so who's has the harshest living conditions, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you might say, you got people around the world. We saw them commercials where the Indian boy is starving. They gotta feed this nigga some juice just because he can't eat solid foods and stuff. All right, that's on them. It ain't our problem because they have their own government set up and all that stuff. Is that they got a shitty ass leader ruling the country. That's on them. All right, that's it. We don't have that, man. We're under all the other nations, man. All right, and we're catching the most help, man. We're in a. That's why you think other nations? We've been in America this little long, but they go here, start a business, get along with ease, go back to their country, be rich, man, like that, man. And then they start more franchises. Why can't we do that, man? Because they've been redlining us, man. They redline us, man, and so we suffer the hard bondage, man. Or they always talk about bootstraps. Oh, you got opportunity to do the same thing and make money. No. There's a glass ceiling with that shit, man.
Nah. Hey, you know what? Just like that book that brother, what was the name of that book again? How to write?
Why folks got so rich?
You know, the number of books brothers done read while we've been in this truth. And like I said, you would think, like these devils will literally sit up there and say that shit. Well, yeah, you got the same amount of opportunity. Then you go into this history and see literally how these motherfucking devils, and then they, like what's that $5 Indian shit? You ever heard that? Fucking devils sit up there and took advantage of Gad and Reuben all that time, and then call themselves claiming their heritage so they can get the fucking land. Like, motherfuckers the devil, man.
It's called paper genocide. Wiped out Gad on paper.
Right. Yep. The so-called Native Americans, they had to register as Negro. Yep. They made them register as Negro. Like you said, it removed the reason why he did that was to get their land. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about you calling yourself an Indian, because that ain't your real heritage. You got a lot of so-called Negroes that think that they fucking Indians, man.
And what would have happened if when Esau came over here on them big ass boats and they inquired of Gad to help him live off the land, and Gad was like, pick yourself up by your own bootstraps.
That's what I was gonna say, because this nigga, he knows the how you say the institutional racism that's in place. He knows all of that, but he'll still throw it in your face. You know, pick yourself up, nigga boy. But then that's why the scriptures call you a false accuser, man. That's falsely accusing, man.
Anybody brother seen that movie The Banker with Samuel Jackson and what's this guy named Anthony McKee, the one that played the Falcon dude? Yeah. What's his name? Anthony McKee. There was a movie called The Banker. That's a good ass movie, man. And in that movie, all right, this guy he wanted to sell real estate and stuff like that, man. But what did Esau do, man? All right, he kept putting stumbling blocks and laws and restrictions in front of him, so he won't, become that, man. Because anytime you beat this devil at his own game, man, what he do, man? All right, he changed the rules. He changed the rules of the game because he had all the qualifications, the education, all that, man. He was doing better than the regular Edomite banker, man. But what did he say? He said, "No, nigga, you can't. Don't start no bank up here." He told him to go back to his hometown where niggas was at. All right, because he didn't want him to move, have his own bank in a white community because he's taking out the money out of circulation out of white America.
Yeah. And you know what? And that's the spirit. That's how you know that they purposely do it with our communities. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing by happenstance or coincidence. This devil strategically. You at war with this fucking devil, even if Jake don't realize it. Exactly. He gonna realize it one day because the Lord gonna, make it evident in your face.
Hey, the crazy part about the bigger picture is like, you are enemy. Our real enemy is our flesh, man. Yeah. You know, because the more we do right for you, how much shot the more brings you down, man. You don't have to physically go up against you at all, man.
Hold on, you just made a point. We are at war. We're at war with this man on all levels, man. Financially, okay, health-wise, all right, spiritually. That's why I got these churches pumping Caesar bullshit in our heads. Like I said, he's feeding us the lowest quality foods. All right, and then like you saying, business-wise, he's cutting us off, man. He's putting laws and restrictions in place. So we have met war with this man all day long, man. Every day, 365.
about to add. I don't know if y'all brothers ever seen it. The documentary, the series Hidden Colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that shit going on, all of that shit, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Mental warfare, all that shit you just named, man. It's cool. Esau even documents these things and it has you read them, man. You see this? Man,
This book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 15. He has swallowed down riches. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Read it again. It says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again.
You swallow down riches, but you're gonna swallow it all up again. You see, you want to talk about we got opportunity and all this bullshit. You're gonna have an opportunity in the kingdom too.
Yeah.
You're gonna have an opportunity to wake up and work in the motherfucking field for 14, 16, 18 hours, man. And that's gonna be the only opportunity your ass got.
And there ain't gonna be no lunch breaks, no vacations.
Nothing, man.
All right, no calling off. I wish. And getting that whip, man, bro, it's gonna be on a. See, we're gonna have so much fun. See, this is fun right here. But the real fun part is when we actually get your ass and you know what I'm saying, execute the thoughts in our heads, man.
Because the elect don't have fun with you, devils, man. Especially you elites, man.
Yeah, Lord, we will be a part of that number. The scripture speak about continual employment, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna sever out men for continual employment, bro.
Oh yeah, ain't gonna be no recessions, depressions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No layoffs. We gonna have a full staff.
But they say, lockdown, you can't go to work, stay at home. Nah, it don't be no lockdown. There don't be no stay. We still gonna send a pestilence, but it ain't gonna be no lockdown.
Ain't gonna be no welfare, no stimulus package.
Right.
Fuck it all.
Because the scriptures talk about an idle servant. You know, when you know what I'm saying, and the rebellion that could be from an idle servant. So, man, our servants aren't going to be idle, man. Only time they're going to be idle is when the Shabbat kicks in, man.
Oh man.
You know, as soon as the Shabbat is over with, it's right back to it, man.
Yeah. And then one more thing. See, Esau, when you building up our kingdom, nigga, you ain't gonna have the technology. You ain't gonna have a power drill and all that shit like that, a crane. You ain't gonna have all that shit. You gonna be different. It's gonna be strictly manpower.
Heavy ass pickaxe.
Yeah. You gonna get to work out your life.
Yeah, buddy.
I can think of something too because you was talking about like $5 Indian shit, how they basically created that system to slip away. Just like with the whole patent office. I mean, Jake's coming up with all the inventions. So with the whole fucking patent, you got to patent the shit. Now, the majority of that shit was Jake.
Now, how, if you had to put a dollar value on a patent stone, how much fucking money do you think that is, man?
So this is
that's tons of trillions, man.
So that show you is literally spiritual. Right. Man, you know what shit Jake that contributed to this fucking
everything.
Oh,
look that stoplight up there.
Hold up. I just want to say this about it. I was looking at black inventors on YouTube, like 100 black inventors that people don't know that Jake made inventions, and this guy his name is Frederick McKinley Jones, and this dude created the refrigerator thing on the truck. The refrigerator thing on the truck that can keep the food cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He made that shit, man. And right there, man. Right there,
so
man.
He created the refrigerated truck, basically. Right?
Yeah, that shit right there. Wow. So the transportation industry would be suffering heavily. Right. It wouldn't be exist. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to bring that food to point A, point B, and it got to stay. Some foods got to stay cold. Come on, man.
Not yet, though. Bring that out. Real quick, we go back to that.
Come on, man.
This Jeremiah 10:16, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
Right, because it tells you that it is the spirit in man, an inspiration of the Almighty, giving them the understanding. You know, Jacob means goes back to the Hebrew word Yashar Allah, which means he Prince Power. So that's why we according to all the inventions that our people we invented everything that you see working in this society. So like you say, he came up with the patent office and stole all of that wealth, man. And that's generational. That's trillions upon trillions of dollars that you can't pay back.
Yeah.
So you gotta go into slavery,
and
man.
See why? Anytime we're under our nation's rule, they become a superpower. Right. You see why, man?
Right. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. We read again. This is Jeremiah 10:16. The portion of Jacob is not like them.
Our people is not like these other nations. Negroes like to those Native Americans, so-called, man. why y'all in the ghettos and nobody else. You know? That's why y'all got rhythm and nobody else. That's why y'all can cook, dance, sing, and nobody else, man. Because the portion of Jacob is not like these other nations. Go ahead.
And that's why Jake get paid heavily to be a performer and to be an entertainer, man. Because they're really the only ones that can actually do that, man. If the NBA was full of Edomites, there would be no NBA, right?
The NBA.
Yeah, anything, man.
All that shit, man.
You know, the Northern Kingdom with baseball. You know what I'm saying? Esau ain't hitting no baseball
Soccer,
like that.
You know what money soccer make worldwide?
Man,
not so much in America, but that's the biggest sport everywhere else.
And they dominated by Jakes, man.
Right.
On the Latin tribe Jakes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
For he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name.
So we the Lord's inheritance. I mean, the Lord's going to inherit us, and we're going to inherit the Lord. Okay? But the point is that we the former of all things, man. So all this shit go back to us, man. Go back to Isaiah 61.
All right, that's Isaiah 61 and verse 4. And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolation.
Right, the main desolation is going to be the land of Israel. It's going to be blown to smithereens by thermonuclear fire. Right. They're going to have to build that land back up.
But that's also just because it made me think of that scripture when we talked about thou shalt not take away the landmark.
It's the book of Job 24:2. Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof.
And you see, Esau, he got respect unto the landmarks of these other nations, though. You know what I'm saying? He'll lead the Stoneheads there. You know what I'm saying? He'll lead the Egyptian pyramids there. But then when it comes to Gad and Reuben and all that shit, you fucking burned it down, man.
And that show you that deep hatred.
Right. But you so-called Negroes, that's West Indian, Native American, you think this man love you, man? He hates your guts.
What actions have you ever shown that show of love?
Right.
The scripture says, since thou is not hated blood, even blood shall pursue. Matter of fact, get that real quick. Let's speak on that deep hatred. That speaks on the deep hatred that this man got for you, man.
And these Edomites that smile in your face, you know what I'm saying everything's all good, buddy. Right. And when shit hits the fan, you're gonna see how they actually feel about you, man.
Hey, have you ever seen like I know sometimes people all see the same shit on YouTube, and sometimes brothers don't. But it used to be an image, I don't know who posted it, it was a brother though. And it was like 3 motherfucking Ku Klux Klan members, and one of them was a bitch. And she had a sign, she had her mask up, she had a sign saying, the Bible tells you who you are.
Oh yeah, I got that picture.
Wow.
Put that in the chat, you know what I'm saying?
Fine.
Yeah,
You got it.
Let me read some more. Job 24:3. It says they drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. It's the point.
Yeah, you ever saw that image? So you see on images, there's another image where it's a big ass pile of oxen skulls, buffalo skulls. I'm talking about it's a huge pile, probably like as tall as this building. A pile of skulls, and there's an Edomite standing on top because they killed off all of the livestock that Gad and Reuben was using to starve them out, man. Read that verse again.
It says Job 24:3. They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the.
It said they read that one more time, right?
It says they drive away.
Lord say a lot with a few words.
It says they drive away the ass of the fatherless.
They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the ass of the fatherless man or his fatherless sons.
And the ass just represents because you used to use donkeys and stuff as ways to make work a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? So Esau has completely taken away our devices. I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? To for us to be able to provide for ourselves.
Right, and it ain't. You're not the source, man.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai did this to us, man. You know.
It says they drive away the ass of the fatherless,
right?
And they take the widow's ox for a pledge.
They take the widow's ox for a pledge. What's a pledge? Pledge is something that you take as a promise. You know what I'm saying? Like Tamar, I think it was Tamar, and Judah. She took a bracelet, I think it was, and collateral. So Esau, you take your shit, but then he'll give you something and say, I'm gonna give you this and I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this oxen, I'm gonna give you this land, and we ain't gonna push you out any further. We're gonna put you in Oklahoma, and it's gonna be known as Indian territory. We ain't gonna push you no further. And here's the ox for a pledge. And then what you do? Turn around and ain't no more fucking Indian land, is it?
Verse 4.
Hey, in the Indian land, that supposedly in the Indian land, what did Esau do? Hey, they found out they needed to build a the oil pipeline through Montana or South Dakota, and they said, hey man, fuck the treaty, we need this money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was recent.
Yep,
Right.
That was a couple years ago.
Trump was in office.
Yep.
Verse 4, that's what he do. He'll give you some land, but if he find out that there's something good in that land, he's coming for it.
Scriptures say never trust God.
Right. And they cover fields and take them by violence, man.
Yep.
Right.
It says, verse 4, they turned the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Yeah, he said the needy is who? The Israelites, man. He has literally taken everything from them. Isaiah 33:1. Folks think they're spoilers, and I was not spoiled, man. Hey, Esau, you have a heavy judgment coming upon you. This is why the Heavenly Father and His Son is breaking down these systems. It's a systemic breakdown in America and across the four corners of the planet Earth, man. Because he's about to restore the nation of Israel and put these laws, statutes, commandments across the four corners of the planet Earth. So we don't have to worry about you devils getting back on top again, man.
All right, this book of Ezekiel chapter 30 and verse 31 and verse 7.
Oh, you holding it? Okay, you go ahead. That's cool.
All right, this book of Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 7. Thus was he fair in the greatness and the length of his branches.
That he is talking about Adam, go ahead. And Most High speaking in a poetic way. All right, go ahead. Metaphors, go ahead.
For his root was by great waters.
Meaning the seed, man. This chosen line, go ahead.
The cedars in the garden of his house were not like him. The fir trees were not like his boughs.
Meaning the other nations, all right? Most High describing the other nations as trees too. Different type of trees, go ahead.
And the chestnut trees were not like his branches.
Nope, go ahead.
Not any tree in the garden of Yahweh was like unto him in his beauty.
Keep going.
I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches.
Meaning his children, go ahead.
So that all the trees of Eden that were in the garden of Yahweh envied him.
Envy him.
Yeah.
They envy us, man. These other nations, they know we're superior to them. That's why you had this person, matter of fact, it was on YouTube. It was another Japanese person interviewing Japanese people on the streets of how you feel about so-called American black people. And then she said, the dudes in the men, they'll say they're cool, you know what I'm saying? They build somewhere, how they build athletic. She's like, one of them said music is just in their genes, man. You know what I'm saying? They was just going on and on how great we was, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, man. They know we that chosen seed, man. And they know for a fact that they can't, they ain't up to par with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We the best nation, man.
I got one for you, the back up, you know what I mean, describing men as trees, right? This book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 24. And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking.
There you go, man.
You know, like it said, the trees of the garden were not, you know, basically like arrayed as much as Yahweh or Adam, man.
Yeah.
You know, those other nations.
And he wants to steal our ability, our genes, our God genes and stuff. It shows you in the movie, what's it called? Social Place.
Right.
Get out, man. At the end, man, there was some creepy shit, man. He's going talking to Jake, the main character. He's saying how he wanted his eyes, his genes, and all that shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The Esau, Edom, And all the otherness, they want to be like us, but Esau, he really want to steal our genes, man.
Right.
That's why it says in Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, that we're a holy people above all nations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why you see so many babies, so many Israelite babies come up missing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, hell, all Jake be coming up missing.
Because he trying to crack that code, man.
Esau, he wants Jacob's blessing, eternal life.
There you go.
You know.
Blood transfusions, man, all that stuff, man.
Hitler knew that shit, man. You know, Hitler knew that. He tried to say in the Olympics, we're gonna have this Olympics games, and we're gonna see who's the best, man. You know what I'm saying? They found out, shit.
Yeah, Jesse O was blazed their ass, bro. And he got all the, he got them, like, damn. What's that? I'm back.
It's the book of Psalm 64, verse 1. It says, hear my voice. It says, verse 6. Let's start at 5.
Look, I say this too. Only our people can be in this low ass estate and people still want to be like us. There's niggas in the hood and stuff like that. You talk about this environment and people want to emulate that shit.
Right,
Why come they don't want to do it with it? They up there in them bomb cities, them trash, shithole cities. Ain't nobody talk about their ass. Ain't nobody want to be like them.
You got one of these low level 2/3 want to be like me.
Man,
Right.
You know,
bugged out, man.
yeah.
Y'all gotta go out.
Right, it was a picture. I don't know if y'all seen it. They had the little white boy dressed up like Allen Iverson.
Oh,
yeah.
How much more in the kingdom when we push these laws on them, man? They gonna be wanting to be just like Jake, man.
Hell yeah.
This is Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. Like you said, man, all this. See, it was a double whammy, or it was a kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, with the bread and circuit. Because not only do you distract niggas and you get niggas entertained and you get them to like you and all of that, but you also be able to collect data on, like you said, who the fastest, what makes these niggas so strong, you know what I'm saying? What exercises make them stronger, you know what I'm saying? What's in their DNA, what's in their genes? They is accomplishing a diligent search in an attempt at this merging man with machine, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Y'all brothers see that Colin Kaepernick documentary? Where they was doing the 40-yard dash and they was measuring the armor. That's it. Yep. He had it in where they were in like a football uniform and then it kind of transformed into slavery. You know what I'm saying? And put them on the auction block and see how tall they are. Yeah, exactly.
Grabbing on his genitals and shit.
Shaving you, all of that, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Grabbing on his titties and shit. That's what he was doing to you. How much for this nigga had? Let's good looking nigga. That's what they used to do, man.
You made me think of something. It's like say when you sit there and said the whole like trying to merge man with machine. Like that's basically catered. Like he coming at Jake for that too.
Yeah.
Like when you go into like that metaverse shit when they had the video that was shown with Zuckerberg and they had the sweet baby Rays in the background. And
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when you go into what movie was that? Justice League, I think. The one with all of them, the Flash and all of them. They had Cyborg. You know, then you had the whole red and blue symbolism. You know what I mean? Like all that is spiritual. I mean, the reason why they'll take and make a black character and Edomite the other time. Why you make sure it was fake?
Yeah, pay attention to that, man. You know, what they have Jake represent.
Right.
Jake on the forefront of, and then what they put some white man on the forefront of. We know this shit like that when we was in the world. That's part of the reason why we here right now.
You got niggas waiting for the metaphor. I remember I worked with Jake. Tell me Jake so much. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see what that's like. Got it.
Psalm 64:5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of blades snares privately.
Yeah, on the dollar bill it say no vos odos seclorum, which means our enterprise is crowned with success. New world or no. Okay? That's what they're encouraging themselves, this evil matter that they're encouraging themselves, man. And it's gonna be spearheaded, the foundation of their new system is to see him, man. It's not the CBDC. You know, that's not the mark. The mark is gonna be to see him.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say you made me think of something when you made that statement, showing you the pride of this damn devil. Because, like you said, when you go into that Latin phrase, he making it seem like it's already accomplished. You already got it, huh?
Right. Because it's his will.
Right.
His will be done, not the Heavenly Father. No, the Heavenly Father's will is gonna be done, man. That's why you getting rebuked right now. We rebuke you right now because your will is not gonna be done.
It says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune and lay snares privately. They say, who shall see them?
Because most people don't see the traps that they say. But we see the traps that you set. We like, oh, look, walk over here. You see that? Oh, look, walk over there. Then we tell other people, hey, it's a trap over there. Don't go over there. That's why you're going to come down on us with great wrath.
It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
So that's all they do. All they do is constantly think about, I'm talking about the ones at the top. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimer, DuPonts. All they think about is how can we get the birthright back? How can we get the Lord to reject these niggas? You know?
We becoming a thorn in that side because he trying to keep all these things in secret. Then he's like, discussing all the things in the background. Then somebody just going out spilling all the beans. We telling all the secrets right in front of everybody. Like, you know he's doing this, right? You know he's about to do this, right?
Hey, that's why it says in what's that, Jeremiah, if you can number the stars of heaven or tell me the depth of the sea, I will forget my people Israel. And that's why they create the NASA, you know what I'm saying? And now they tell you, well, it's for space exploration, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff, but really they trying to count the stars, man.
They trying to measure the heavens.
Yeah, they measure the heavens.
That's why they say, planet 95EB2K 20,000. Yeah. Like, nigga, you counted all the way up until that?
It's 100 million light years away, you know what I mean?
You're in the spirit, though, because a lot of people don't even know that shit. Like, when you go into, like, Jack Parsons, like, go look him up. And Jack Parsons is supposed to be the founder of NASA. All that shit is witchcraft. Right. Like, when you go and look up Jack Parsons, he'll tell you, I think he's like a pupil of Lester Crowley or some shit like that. Like, so, when you go into the whole formula of hydrogen with rocket fuel, like, there's like some alchemy type shit, you know what I mean? Like, but y'all was in the spirit of my
and two, the submarines going down, like they just drop, they put a heavy ass weight, you know what I'm saying? They try to drop it all the way to the bottom of the ocean, man. I got a quick precept what you can say.
I got Job 20 when y'all want to bring that.
This is Isaiah 29 and verse 15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? You see, so that's ultimate destruction. Because why? Because the brother had brought out in Psalm 64 that they accomplish a diligent search, man. They do these things in the backgrounds and the shadows without the common people knowing. And then next thing you know, it's a bullshit decree being made. Where the hell did this shit come from, man?
But that's where we lying. We're the problem. Because, like I said, now when he just spoke in secret, we're putting out that's annoying as fuck, man. You can't get shit done.
I feel like I always say, you at the table playing cards, and somebody standing right behind you, naming every card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to turn around and punch that
right,
motherfucker.
Right.
His money on the line. He's so feel about his money.
Hey, you had brought that out in Revelation 12, that he comes down with great wrath, because he had for a short time. The prophets of the Lord are exposing his plans, man. Yep. So now he has to push this quickly, man. And that's why the Lord is speeding the days up now.
And the beautiful thing about this setup, and then the contrast with the setup in the kingdom. See, right now the Heavenly Father have hid himself. He hid his judgments from the earth. So you got this big controversy whether or not God even exists. But see, in the kingdom of heaven, everybody's gonna know that the Heavenly Father exists, man. Yeah. And everybody's gonna know why everything was done and who you was and what role you was playing, man. See, everything gonna be all on the table, man. And everybody's gonna have a perfect understanding, so to speak, of what the reality of this existence is.
Yeah, because people think the existence is you grow up, go to school, get an education, find a good job, work that 9 to 5, and then retire, get a 401k plan. that whole goddamn crazy ass thought or way of life supposed to be is out of this goddamn world. It's a rat race. It's a bullshit cycle of chaos, man. Like that is not fucking life right there, man. Life is based, man. We supposed to be traveling. We supposed to know what the world's like. We supposed to have intimacy with the. Well, I mean intimacy. I mean, we supposed to know what the animals are like and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to know about the earth, all that shit, man. But due to this man, you're subjected only to a damn job that he started, man. Corporation he started. That's crazy, bro.
Like you said, he don't put, like Amar was saying last week, he don't put men in positions for them to excel. Like if somebody has a desire or passion for cars, he gonna throw him in a car school. You know what I'm saying? He'll make him stay at McDonald's because he can't afford car school. Instead of using this mind for what this mind was made for, the spirit was made for, he put you in slavery anyway.
Carnal control. I mean, like with the whole thing, like I think for whatever reason, spirit had on my spirit to literally see like this for what it is. Like carnally, his idea of a new world order is actually like, but it's really spiritually stupid. Because you got a judge that's coming based on doing this shit.
Based upon wickedness. There's no leveling up in that world order, man.
That's spirit. That's what I was gonna say. Like this, it's gonna be a plague. The Lord's gonna make it a plague because it's gonna be like those people are gonna be tormented by doing the same old bullshit every day, man.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate oppression, man. You know, the oppression of your mind, man.
You see that, and that's because why? Because like the brother Kamati was talking about, you know, they exalt the American dream, right?
Exactly.
Go graduate high school, go to college, you know what I'm saying, get a job, then retire from that job, then die and leave whatever. But it actually it's a nightmare, man. All it is a perpetual slave being constantly being reborn, man.
When you read the scriptures, man, you're supposed to work a job and become rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You never supposed to work throughout life, throughout the rest of your life, just constantly, and not become develop wealth. You're supposed to retire at a young ass age, man. I don't know, goddamn, right when you about to die, you're death, man.
If I can say this, and then I just want to say, like you said, at the end of the day, this devil basically puts the mindset of life is supposed to be working 9 to 5 and all that shit. But now he's changing even the concept of that.
Yeah. Right.
So like I said, for people like us, that's actually like eyes are awakened to what's going on, and you know what I mean, like this will be like Jesus like hell for you. You ain't gonna have nothing. You know what I mean? We barely got anything now. Just imagine you can't travel. You can't like you know what I mean? Like you can't do shit. You know what I mean?
And even what's in Ecclesiastes, it's, King Solomon said that you make all this money in the world and you leave it to who? You know what I'm saying? So all this is a nightmare, man. But it's being pushed that this is the right way to live, man. You know, you may ride around in a Mercedes Benz, but all that shit's gonna get destroyed, man. You know?
Well, not just that. The sister he about to come in with now, though. Like I said, literally, you unless they approve what you paying for. Oh my God, you know that's gonna make a motherfucker want to just like.
Man, well, cause you've been working at the job, you've been hoping, I'm about to get this new Mercedes and all that shit like that. I can't buy it. Oh, that's gonna make somebody lose.
I got it. This book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly.
Right. So you gonna rob everybody. You gonna get it done as far as putting everybody on your digital system. You gonna have all that money gonna be in your control.
Yeah.
But you gonna vomit all of that up, man.
Can I say this? Look, imagine, like I said, you was working to save up, man. It might be the house or a car or some shit like that. Something that you really wanted, man. And today's side with this new CBDC, the Fed now, all right. You was desiring to buy that shit, right? And then all of a sudden he said you can't buy that, man. You know what I'm saying? It like because you behaved badly.
Right.
Last week I saw you on camera on the floor and stuff like that. Your social credit score is going down. Right. don't have the goodie points to buy that Mercedes or Phantom.
Now, you haven't made enough Fed now transactions to make this type of purchase. It can be anything. Make pull out his ass. Your Fed now reason.
Well, you can't get the gas because of the fact that you can't. They got a prove.
Your purchasing hours is from. Hey, you better have purchasing hours. Your purchasing hours is from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. because that's what you get off work at 7:30. So your purchasing hours is from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Like, this is what he want. That's what he want. That way, and this is what he gonna say. Well, if we give everybody purchasing hours, then we can manage how much traffic is in the grocery store so it won't be busy and all of this other. Man, I'm telling you.
You coming home now. You coming home with it down.
If you ever, I just want to say this part. If you ever watch any of them futuristic movies like Total Recall or
Total Recall.
what the fuck was that? Logan's Run. Like certain movies, they show you a society like that. Well, basically where you just look like a worker drone. You weren't doing your own little thing. Everybody, Salakia. But basically you was like part of a hive mind type shit. Everybody did this. And like you said, basically, like just a. Well, that's for your imagination to think about.
Did y'all see the video with the Jake? He was working 30 years, and they talking about they took his pension. What? Yeah, see, he working 30, he was going crazy. I'm screaming this shit. Fuck this shit.
Is Eli or Jake?
It was a Jake. And then all the other Jakes is standing there looking stupid and shit. He's the only one, irate. And he said working 30 years. That's prime example of what we just talking about, man.
It's the book of Leviticus 19 and 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
So technically, you already robbing us for making us wait a week or 2 weeks, man. That's robbery because you're supposed to get it when the sun go down, man. So you really rob us, but then you give us the money later. It's like somebody rob you and then they come back a week later and give it to you back to you.
And then you take out state, federal, Medicare,
any of your tax.
You take something to think about it when they do that like that. Just imagine how much money they made off your money.
And it's designed to be like that because it keeps you in debt. It keeps you working. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep up. Because if you're constantly behind every 2 weeks, when you get that check, it's automatically spent. Now you're waiting another 2 weeks.
Let me say this, and then when tax time comes around, you gotta pay that man to get back the money that you already had. If that's not a motherfucking thief right there, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is hell, man.
They said you will own nothing and be happy. That's what Mr. Suave said for the WBF, man.
I still got that joke.
And when it says in Ecclesiastes 5 and verse 10 that he that loveth silver should not be satisfied with silver, man. And we already know how greedy Esau is, man.
He loves silver and gold so much that he don't even give it to you for money. He keeps that for himself.
He like Scrooge McDuck.
But that motherfucker got like the books where he just come in and just look at it.
Right.
Yep, right. Collecting dust. They saw you that in the movie Money Heist when they got into the vault. It was like a bunch of gold and shit just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like they go there. They got in here worshiping him.
Admire that shit.
Man, do sex shit to it. You know what I'm saying? Sex shit to it.
He loved money so much he named his son Eliphaz, which means my God is fine gold.
Damn.
You see? Damn. So this is he ain't got no spirit, but we see through the spirit the ways and the objectives of his pain beast, man.
He got spirit, he ain't got no soul.
That's how you know the Lord is mad with us. To have this man in power. This man should never be fucking with, man. Are you crazy? That's how you know it's a God. There's a God, man. Because, and that's how we know that he has a plan with this shit. Because we be questioning the Most High, like, what the fuck would you let this dude wrong, man? Yeah. We be looking at we be talking shit about the Lord, man. Because brothers all be like, man, if Boys in the Hood, if it was a God, why would he let niggas die every day and shit like that? We know though. We know. Because if we didn't know, that's why we're going to have to some understanding of. We can start talking shit about
right now.
The Most High, man. He gonna let this man rule. He gonna let this shit go down.
That's the spirit, though, because I remember a minute ago when I was reading like the Old Testament, like Book of Kings, Chronicles, and whatnot. When you read that, you see it was more wicked kings than it was righteous kings.
Right.
But they served the purpose as well to get us to where we at now. So like everything, like most high.
Everything has a purpose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the scripture say, the knowledge of no good
I
age.
still got that job.
Yeah, you got to do it.
No, you good.
He got a precept here. This is Isaiah 61, verse 7. For your shame shall ye have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in the land they shall possess the double, everlasting joy shall be unto them.
Unto the Israelites, go ahead.
For I, the Lord, love judgment.
The Lord loves judgment. Go ahead.
I hate robbery.
The Lord hate robbery, man.
For burnt offering.
He said he loved judgment and he hate robbery. You don't pass no judgment. Matter of fact, you don't pass no judgment, and all you do is rob.
Yeah.
So how can the Lord ever love you? And then when the Lord come out and say, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, y'all say that don't mean that. But read that scripture again, huh?
Isaiah 61 and 7. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion.
Right.
Therefore in the land they shall possess the double, everlasting joy, and shall be unto them. For I, the Lord, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering.
The Lord loves judgment and he hate robbery for burnt offering. Go ahead.
And I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
Hey, that's for the Israelites. That's for the Israelites. So fast forward to the New Testament, there's neither Jew nor Greek. The Greeks is Israelites. The Jews is Israelites.
Right.
And the Lord's going to make an everlasting covenant with them. I'll tell you that in Hebrews 8:8.
Yeah.
They shall come. I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That's all 12 tribes, man. And then tell you in Revelation 22 that he's going to wipe all tears from our eyes and there shall be no more curse. Who does the curse of Deuteronomy 28 pertain to? Israel.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, behold, ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days. Verse 4. It says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Read that again.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4. Therefore the law is slack, and the judgment never doeth go forth.
Right, see, and a thing about Jacob, the Israelite man, whether small, old, or my son, everybody do it. When you see somebody doing something the wrong way, you want to get up there and show them how the fuck you got to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My son be doing it there. He's like, no, that ain't how you do it there. You know what I'm saying? So when we see you doing it the wrong way, we can't wait to get in. We're going to show you how to execute judgment, man. You know? We're going to show you how order is for a government is supposed to be. We're going to show you what's supposed to be on a dinner plate.
Man, what?
Because you don't know.
There you go.
Jake in a lower state in a small hood have a better government in the whole country. They have everything running smooth. Y'all can't come outside right now. It's dangerous. Esau came. He said 10 p.m. You be out here drunk. You know, the kids out the car speed. It's all good.
Man, what? Crazy.
Continuing on, it says, for the wicked doeth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceeded.
This is Psalm 2 and 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. It says, thou shalt break them.
And it's going to the lands. All different lands around the world. That's going to be given into the hands of the nation of Israel. We're going to possess the earth, man.
Yep.
Can somebody get 2nd Ezra 6? The earth was made for our sakes, man.
Hey, the earth is living too.
Right.
So the vibration of the earth is going to be much higher when we get into power, man. The oxygen of the air that we breathe, because you look at your phone, you look at the air quality in the app and shit like that, they say how bad it is, terrible. Man, that shit going to be high as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? When we get into possession of rule.
That's crazy, because you made, like you said, the earth is living, and the scripture speak about the spirit of the earth pretty much being down right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the earth going to be like happy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be way different, man.
It's going.
This is
trees,
the sad earth right here.
Yeah, the trees gonna bring forth this bigger and all that shit. The fruit gonna be way more nutritious. The smell that pine smell gonna come back. Like we used to little, you know what I'm saying, back in like the 90s and shit. I remember smelling that shit, man.
And that's why it says in Revelation 21 that behold, I make all things new. Everything is going to be turned back. Yep, exactly, back to its original state, man. Because everything is there, man. Everything is there. Everything is in its weakened stage.
Yeah. You made me think of, since you was going back to talking about what it's gonna be like. You gonna see bees again.
Man, what?
I ain't seen a bee yet. And then
I haven't either, bro.
When you go into, like the elder Yeshua was going into, I did not notice. Like bees are pollinators.
Yeah.
They pollinate more than just honey. You know what I mean? Like they pollinate like a whole
other
bunch
flowers,
of things, right?
everything, you know?
So for you not to have any bees, that's not a good thing. This man truly is the son of perdition.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen that movie The Happening with Mark Wahlberg. He had basically, they said bees go extinct. Just know humanity is on its way out of here.
Damn.
And then, I think down in Australia, they was killing off bees too because they was producing Manuka honey. And Manuka honey, it's very potent when it comes to healing the body.
And that's why, now I'm speaking as a man, but I believe that Esau created these quote unquote murder hornets. You know what I'm saying? To eat these bees, the honey bees and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Disruption.
Yep.
Ecosystem.
You want that second address?
Yeah, he got it. 7 and 11. 7 and 12.
Yeah. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world.
So for Israel's portion, it was talking about Israel's portion being that narrow passage into the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You know, with fire on one side and on the other side deep water. You know, that's Israel's portion. That's how Israel's going to enter into that inheritance. But read verse 11. Read that again.
It says, because for their sakes I made the world.
Because for our sakes he made the world. Right. So the Lord put us in the world. He made the world for our sake, but he said, you're not going to get the world until I take you through a strait within this world.
Man, what?
Until I take you to difficult position of difficulty within this world. You know? And then I'm going to reward you with the entire earth under your control.
That's the balance.
Right.
Because he could have kept it where we would have been on top of all day. But Scripture said that he was made willingly.
Right, yeah, let's go there. That's Romans
8. I got you, bud.
right, like you better say, because it tell you,
I was going to ask if I could keep reading on that.
yeah, go ahead.
I'll finish it out. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 11. It says, because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed by statutes, then was decreed that now it is done. You know, because like once again, quoting how he said, then shalt thou have the knowledge of no good and evil. We had to see these Caesars and Ptolemies and, you know what I mean, wicked kings of the earth, and go through that, you know, time period of them ruling, and like we just read, it said,
we can't call ourselves gods,
right?
We don't know good and evil.
Right.
So that's why all that shit transparent, you know, it happened. You know?
We just angels.
Right.
Yeah, we just angels. Right.
That's why in Isaiah 55, the Lord said that my ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. So we had to go through all of this like a full circle in order for us to gain what? Experience, man. So in order to be, because the scripture says that he that is spiritual judgeth all things.
And the Lord said in the Apocrypha, he said he made men, the Israelite men to be exact, to be immortal, not to die.
That's what you got. You got that wisdom of Solomon?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23. For Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
Yes, so that's why the Lord, and that's what we're going to be. You know, that still didn't change. Just because we're mortal now, we're still an image of the Heavenly Father's. Right. We are made in the image of Yahweh. And in the kingdom of heaven, what are we going to stand at? We're going to stand as the everlasting memorial of Yahweh, man. You know, that's why the Lord made man, to be immortal. So even though in the beginning he was mortal, then we fell into mortality, he still managed to be immortal, so we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna go back to being immortal.
We're not. We were made Superman. We're not Clark Kent. We pretend to be Clark Kent.
Right.
We're actually Superman.
I got
Let me read this too, and then you got that, because this is exactly what somebody said about what we talk about. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse, I'm going to start at 5:27. They received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord, and in the sixth place he imparted them understanding.
And those are the 5 senses. But then the 6th sense is what? The spiritual ability to connect with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. All right.
Can I say this too?
Yeah, understand.
Charles Manson said that he was interviewing and he was talking about Jake, and he said that you took him out of the jungle, and like in the jungle they were gods. He's like, but you want to make him a mortal man. In the jungle they were gods, man. You know what I'm saying? So he knew something.
It say, right, because the Lord's making a difference between the mind of a man and the mind of a beast.
Yep.
Beasts don't have understanding to be able to, over time, develop new technologies to make their life easier. Beasts do what it's been doing since they were created.
Man, wow.
Yeah. It say they received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord, and in the 6th place he imparted them understanding, and in the 7th speech and interpretation of the cogitation thereof, which is an interpretation of your thoughts. Verse 6, it say, counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears, and a heart gave he them to understand. Withal, he filled them with the knowledge of understanding and showed them good and evil.
Yep.
So that's what it was. The Lord, he showed us good, but then he came a time where he said, you know, I'm going to show Adam evil.
And that's why the Lord harping so much on learning and knowledge and stuff, man. Because the more you know in this world, man, the easier your life can be, right? But our people perpetuate stupidity, man. That you remember in the class and shit like that, teacher asked a question, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Dumb as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? They didn't push that vibration.
That's cool. That was a cool thing to do.
Yeah, being the dummy was a cool thing, man. But when you the smart guy, you know what I'm saying? Nigga nerd, man. You know, nigga lame, man. You know?
I remember when I first had to start wearing glasses, I became a nerd day one. I'm like, damn, just because I put on glasses, I wasn't even a nerd yesterday.
What? Your IQ like it went up, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they said they did. I was like, you look smart. I was like 3rd grade. What we talking about? I know we had more precepts.
I still had that.
What you got?
This was,
yeah, Romans 8.
Yeah, I got to bring that up real quick. Romans 8.
Yeah, not willingly.
Yep. Romans 8 and verse, I'm going to get to the point. Verse 20, it says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
That was the whole purpose. To put us in a position where we would have the hope in Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord craved that, apparently. You know, the Lord wanted that. You know, because the Lord could have just kept us in a position where we was always obedient. You know what I'm saying? We was always perfect. But the Lord said, I don't like this dynamic right now. We're going to have this later.
It's going to be like basically like you have a child, you was rich, now your child inherits your rich because you're rich, but they'll never know what a hard day's working for dollars and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That child don't know what it took to become you. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So you got to show them.
Yeah, you got to show them, man. Right. And then it's going to be more of an appreciation thing, man.
That's a spirit. That's a beautiful analogy. Like you said, it's more of appreciation. Because like now, being that we done seen where we was and where we at now you serving him willingly. You ain't bucking up to it, you willing. And that's what ultimately I believe the Lord wants.
You know, even with a mind that's programmed to not serve him. You know what I'm saying? We put that, we're going against that grain, you know what I'm saying, to hope in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And it's better that, I'm sure it's better that way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that's how the Lord wanted it for right now.
Well, God, it would take the time to think about it. You know, any father, if he pleases the son, why wouldn't he give that son the thing that, you know, the child they want?
Exactly. Scripture tell you that too, like, you for a father to give his son good things. It's something like a snake or some shit like that. If he asks for it, I forgot exactly how it goes. So, I know what I'm talking about, man.
You keep going.
If the son asks for something and then the father give him a simple poison snake or some shit. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, or if you ask for a fish, we'll give you a snake.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Romans 8, verse 21, it says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption unto the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. Verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
Right, so we're going to be delivered from the bondage of corruption. That's what our hope is. Through faith in Yahweh Shah Mashiach. In his blood.
And which is a gift.
Right.
The Lord gave us faith, all right, to believe this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something we just automatically start doing. And the Lord gives us that faith, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, everything is controlled by the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, everything is calculated. Like the ones that he wanted to come in, the ones that he gonna say, like you say, he gifted them with that. So ain't nobody slipping in, find some faith. Oh, faith. Oh, shit.
Man, what?
Faith. Found it off the ground. Didn't even get it from the Lord. No, everybody that got this got it from the Lord. We all in the position that the Lord wanted us to be.
All the battles men fought throughout the earth, like Alexander, for example, the reason why he survived on them battles is because the Lord wanted his ass to survive. And because he was so mighty and he was tearing shit up.
They said that about the U.S. I think it was Andrew Jackson. I was watching a quick documentary about Gad and Reuben. They said they were shooting them arrows at him, but they said that all the arrows was missing his ass. Damn. You know, because he was known as the Indian killer.
Yeah.
You know, and he the one I think that instituted the Trail of Tears, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? They had to walk from Florida to Oklahoma, man.
Can you imagine that?
In the wintertime.
Can you imagine that?
That was Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson, right. Indian Removal Act. And people died, man.
They walked states.
States. They said that the Indian chief estimated that the journey would take 3 months. It took over 6. They said the majority of them died, man. And they said that along the way, Edomites would come out of their houses and sit down and watch them in silence. They would sit there and watch them in silence, watch them walk, not offering a coat, not offering food, help, nothing. They sit there and watch them die on the trail.
Just imagine the pride of them devils.
Yeah, they're sitting there. It was a spectacle.
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
Right.
No, read your precept too.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 7. It says, ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Verse 9 is the point. It says, or what man is there of you whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he asks a fish?
Right. It says, if he asks bread, will he give him a stone? We was looking for the truth, man. You know, one way or another, our spirit was crying out. The Lord didn't give us a stone, he gave us bread. You know, just like Satan, what did Satan tell the Lord? Command this stone that it be made bread.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what the Lord did for us. Go ahead, though.
It says, or if he asks a fish, he will give him a serpent. If he then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much...
That's what we was doing in the world. We was giving our children all these gifts. Right. Meanwhile, it's wicked as hell. We celebrating Christmas, birthday. You know what I'm saying? So, and our children, they love the gifts. You know what I'm saying? So how much more Heavenly Father who gives righteous gifts?
Right.
Gives good gifts. You know?
And you want to see your child have
every good gift. Where's that scripture? It says every good gift. Go ahead.
And then even in what's that, Ephesians, I believe Ashayar quoted earlier that grace is the gift of the Heavenly Father, man. I believe Ephesians 2 and like 11 or 10 or something like that. You know, so we got the actual gift that we actually need, man. You know, that's actually going to be productive in our daily walk. You know, It's grace. Because by grace, it says that by grace you are saved, man. You know? Yep, you got it.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of his turning. So it says, of his own will he beget us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Woo!
Can you bring that first verse back on?
Yeah, this is
James. It was a heavy point in there, man.
In James 1:17, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
See, no variableness and shadow of turning, because why? This is the straight doctrine, right? When you read, 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, it talks about that this doctrine was made for correction, to make a man perfect. The only way you're going to be perfect is if you have the 100% truth in order for you to be a perfect person, man. Because if you got 99% truth, you got to lie, man.
Yeah, that's why the second verse says, of his own will begot he us, is the Heavenly Father's will, not the so-called white man will, okay? Not what you so-called Negroes until Native Americans want to happen in the earth. Well, I want to vote for this, or I want to change it. That's not what the Lord is looking for, man. He's looking to fulfill the prophecies in this book. It says, of his own will begot he us with the word of truth. So that's what it is, the word of truth, like you said. And the thing about truth, there's no lie of it. You know, that's the thing about truth. If you other camps out there didn't know.
And Yahweh Shai is the truth. When you read John 14, Yahweh Shai said that I'm the way, the truth, and the life. You know, so the truth is through Yahweh Shai to get to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, man. That's the only way.
Right, and like you say, the truth is Yahweh Shai. No, man, that don't even sound like the way to salvation. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is.
That's an unprofitable servant. And Yahweh Shai said that those men will be cast into outer darkness.
If we can tell you that even he is considered wise if you hold his tongue, man. So what saying that if you don't know some shit, hold your tongue.
Lay thy hand upon thy mouth.
Yeah. Right.
Keep on this Romans.
John 14, 17, real quick.
This John 14, this John chapter 14, verse 17. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not.
Hold on now. It say, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot. What does whom mean?
Right.
What do whom mean? Yeah, look it up. Whom be pertaining to a person.
Right.
So who is the Spirit of truth? Who is he? Who is the Spirit of truth? Whom is he? Yahweh Shai, man.
Go.
That just go right over people's head. Who? It's talking about Yahweh Shai. He is the Spirit of truth. Go ahead, though.
Whom the world cannot receive.
They can't receive our Lord. Go ahead.
Because it seemeth him not.
Seeth him not.
Because it seeth him not. Neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you.
Keep going.
I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you.
So the Lord telling us he's going to come to us in the form of the Spirit, man. Okay? He's not going to leave us comfortless. Because the previous verse is talking about pray to the Father that he will send you another comforter.
And what's the Spirit of the Lord? Spirit of prophecy.
Right.
So when motherfuckers tell me I got the Spirit of the Lord on them, all right, you better be telling me what's happening in the future. Yeah.
I got that for you.
If I can say this, when it says,
Father. Now our Father. What's it say? What's that? Michael, or is it Malachi? That the sons be returned to the fathers, and the fathers to the sons. All things are being put back in order.
That's the adoption.
Yep.
Like I said, not to be orphans, but the adoption pertains to Israel. To whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, the giving of the law, and the covenants, both old and new, that pertains to Israel. This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 10. Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren, thou the testimony of Yahweh. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy.
So the angel said to John that I'm your servant. You know what I'm saying? That's what a minister is, a servant. All right? And guess what? In the kingdom, all right, we're going to be commanding the angels too. All right? They're going to be taking orders from us too, man. You know what are those men? Because guess what? The elect is the first of the angels. The first fruits, as the scriptures talk about, man. So you got rank amongst the angels, like you got Michael, Gabriel, and all that stuff. There's rank amongst the angels. Ain't nobody topping the elect because they are the first of the angels.
I got you, man. This 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. Dare any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust and not before the saints? Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels?
There you go.
How much more things that pertain to this life?
This life, man. We gonna have a rank in the goddamn spiritual realm, spiritual side, and we damn sure gonna have it on the earth, man.
That's how you know it's like.
Good.
But that's how you know Esau ain't meant to rule, man. Because he can't judge things pertaining to this life, man. So you definitely ain't no high level spirit. In the spirit world, the spirit of Edomite is the lowest spirit, man.
Yeah. You know what?
You the basis on earth, man. You the basis in the spirit world too, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you thought it was. You thought you could go up there and have some authority, though. Hell no.
That's why you say that the things that are in heaven gonna be here on earth. The Lord's prayer, man.
Exactly.
You
and
know?
where you gonna be on earth? You gonna be on the fucking bottom.
Right,
So you on the bottom in the heavens too, man.
That's the cup. That's that cup. That's double with that cup.
What was the punishment on the serpent, right? That he would go forth on his belly, paraphrase. So that's him being at the complete bottom, man, where he deserves to be, man.
That's why all you got is money, dude. See, we got spirit, man. Nothing beats spirit, man. We rich in spirit. That's why we can do the greatest things, man. We can come out of the worstest conditions and still be better than you, man. You know what I'm saying? I would rather choose spirit over riches any day, man. That's why they still envious, man. These other nations, they got all this money, power, and wealth. But here it is, we still the most highest influencing people, all right? Got the most charisma, all right? We come up with everything. We got the best athletic abilities because what? Our spirit, man. This is a spiritual thing, man. All right? And we the highest spirits in this realm and in the afterlife. You know? Shit is deep.
I got one. Real quick. This Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, this is the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Yeah, and if I may say this, because I'm gonna let them pass. So, you know what I'm saying? Basically, if the Lord, well, that's what it is. Exactly what it is. We are the Lord's children, man, on earth, man. Okay? The Lord said, if I had kids, these people gonna be these are my kids. But we literally are his kids. We got his spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just the Lord, he didn't do it through a way of sex. But we're the Lord's kids, man. We're his descendants, man, if you will. All right? But that's why we do the best things, because we got the Lord's Spirit, man. You know?
Israel's my son, even my firstborn. You know, in the Exodus. You know, so we got the Spirit in the things to be able to you know, sort of do basically miracles on a lower level on this side, man.
Yeah, we did. Our forefathers did, man. That's why we.
That's why the power being Yahweh by Shemel Shai works through us, works through Israel, because we are his sons.
Yep.
So like you said, the miracles they was doing it through the power of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, because that's our Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Now it's Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not Yahweh. And now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord,
man. It talks about in Psalms 9 that the nations will know themselves to be but men. You don't have no great heritage that goes back to the Heavenly Father, man.
Nope.
Our heritage goes back to the Creator of the heavens and earth. Wrap that around your head, man. Yeah, right. The Lord said, your heritage, he laid waste for the dragons of the wilderness. That's why you had to go and steal everybody else, man, in the first place. Because the Lord gave you a fucked up plot of land, so you will have the spirit to do it, man.
And not only their land, but the actual culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Greeks were originally white folks, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were dark skinned men.
Yeah.
You know, Greeks, the Romans. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptians.
They got paintings of this shit all across the walls, man. How can a fuck? That's why I don't understand. Jake, that goes way past his head. Here it is, you know, the Egyptians were people of color, and then the scriptures talk about, they do any type of history, they would talk about how the what's it called, Pharaoh, Moses, Pharaoh's son, the children of Israel like the Egyptians.
Not serving the Lord, says visible are basically your thoughts. That's what wisdom of Solomon talks about. You know, if you're not trusting in the Lord, if you're not doing the will of the Lord. Hey, grab Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, because this is what it's all about, man. You know, this is what you're supposed to be doing, man.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the whole conclusion of Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right.
Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments.
Right.
For this is the whole duty of man. It says, For Yahweh shall bring every work into judgment.
Every work is going to be brought into judgment, man. The judgment day is coming close, man. Keep on.
Every secret thing, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Yeah, the Lord's going to have them books open, man. He's going to judge you according to your works, man. Yep. See, if you're not serving the Lord in sincerity and truth and meekness, the Lord is going to give you over to your desires, man, which is going to be that lake of fire, man.
All right. That's it, man. Lord, this is edifying. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who rule and teach well, who taught us 100% truth.
Right.
Peace and blessings to the Lord's elect. Whom y'all shall show one.
Shalom.
Bob,
Walk like a ball.